All right, so welcome to the Women Entrepreneur Pajama Party interview series. This is where women with the entrepreneur spirit and women who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs and also seasoned entrepreneurs come together to share as a community to gain inspiration, mentoring, and the tools we need to grow ourselves as well as our business in our pajamas. So we're like very excited about that. We love doing these pajama party interviews. They're so much fun. I'm Cindy Cohen. I'm a registered nurse, and for 26 years, I've been an entrepreneur. And the last 18 years, the owner of See to Your Health LLC, where we teach people how to be healthy through health coaching, corporate wellness, and community events. And in 2018, we founded a nonprofit organization called See to Your Health Women's Initiative that provides mentoring and leadership building for high school girls aspiring. So if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur and seasoned entrepreneurs, we try to help all of you keep your business going and scale up and develop your leadership skills. It's like so exciting. So each year we host the Women's Entrepreneur Summit in November, which we're in right now, celebrating Women's Entrepreneurship Day. So I was kind of surprised to hear that we have a National Women's Entrepreneurship Day. And in the US, 39% of all businesses are owned by women. But in St. Joe County, where I live, and the surrounding counties, the women entrepreneurs consist of 2 to or 3% of the business. So See to Your Health Women's Initiative aims to change all that by offering mentoring classes, these interviews too, courses, and a Women Entrepreneur Excellence Certification Program, and of course the summit we have coming up. So what we have today is one of our guests at the summit. I'm like so excited. I'd like to introduce you to Dara Connolly. And you know, it's just such an amazing story. I wanted to just share it with you. So it'd be an honor if you just go ahead and start telling us all about yourself.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Dara Connolly, and I am a speaker, author, and confidence coach for women. I'm really passionate about this work. I help women speak up to be heard, get paid what we deserve, and kick fear to the curb. And been doing this for about 16 years.
Wow.
And yeah, been on a crazy journey. I actually just this weekend submitted my first TEDx talk. So lots of crazy things that I never thought I'd be doing are happening. And I'm happy to motivate women because I've been, well, for a long time motivating women. And I think a few years ago, I hit the over 10,000 women I've trained. So really excited to do more work to inspire all those women out there.
That's so great. You know, it's so great when women entrepreneurs kind of come together as a community and really help each other, because I know, like for myself, for the longest time, and for other women that we work with and help, that they feel like they're all alone, you know, like there isn't anyone out there to help them. And, you know, it doesn't do any good to ask because no one really helps you anyways. I mean, isn't that what really rolls out? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I mean, it's a difficult journey because you are not going to an office, right? We work alone, and sometimes it's a low. It could be a low, and you think, "Am I the only one going through this?" and bang your head against the wall. But there is a community, and I commend you, Cindy, for putting us all together to help support each other and inspire other women to take this path of. It's an adventurous path, but all of you can do it.
Oh, that's so great. So you know what? When we have mentoring, when I have mentoring sessions, a lot of times people ask me, and even when we have community events, they ask us like, "Well, how do you know what you're passionate about?" Like that seems to be a big kind of question. So let me ask you, how did you know this was kind of your niche?
I kind of fell into it. Like when I was a kid, I wasn't really fitting in anything. I mean, I tried lots of different sports, and the short story is I quit everything. And my mom saw that I was not really participating in life. I was a wallflower, big time wallflower. So at age 10, she throws me in a karate class and she says, "You can't quit," because I quit everything. I mean, you name it, horseback riding, tennis, swimming, I tried everything. And what happened was I ended up getting my black belt kind of by accident, right?
Oh,
So
that doesn't
yeah.
sound like an accident to me.
Well, if you stay with something long enough, you get good at it. And so that was what
Yeah.
happened. And I kind of forgot about it. You know, I honestly didn't tell anyone. I was very humble about it because I thought, you know, it's cool, but it didn't like take me out of my shell. I was still this introvert. And you know, a few years ago, in 2004, it's been more than a few years ago, I was again, finding myself struggling. It wasn't fitting in the sales world. It wasn't fitting in the degree. I had a science degree. I didn't fit in there. And I was in between jobs. And I was like, well, what if I try my own thing? And I tried, actually went back to teaching martial arts just for fun. It was supposed to be for the summer. Let me make some money in the summer, right? But the class blew up so big that I actually got in trouble. There's too many people in the studio. And
Oh my
I
God.
was like, yeah, so it was like this weird problem of, well, do I shut it down or do I keep going? Because I didn't really plan on doing this. So I started out teaching martial arts, which was weird because that wasn't on my radar at all. You guys got to understand, I didn't even tell anybody I had a black belt. And so I'm teaching martial arts. It's going really well. And I'm thinking, okay, this could be a path. I had no idea. But then I started talking to the women after the class, and they would talk to me about, I get harassed by my boss, or I don't feel confident, how. And so I realized I needed a separate class. And that's when I started my own. I went on my own and said, you know what? The universe is telling me. So sometimes you have to pay attention to what your interests are and not fight it so much. Because here's the thing, I was fighting it. I was like, I don't want to be a karate teacher. This is not what I signed up for. And I would fight it. But people kept coming to me and I was like, this is ridiculous. If this is a natural, easy, you're in the flow, go with it. So if you're out there and you think, I don't know what my passion is, I have no idea, think about what comes easily to you. What do you like to do? And when you follow that, there's goodness there. So don't try to go against the ship. Let the ship kind of steer itself in a way.
Oh, I think that's great advice. I remember when my kids were in school, they had learning disabilities and a lot of struggling, in that situation. As a mom, I worried a lot about them. And I remember my son really just had a lot of trouble with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And, you get all worried about that. That's a pretty basic skill, And so I thought the psychologist told me, don't worry about those math skills, because guess what? When he grows up, he's not going to be an accountant. So I think that's true. I think we kind of gravitate towards the things that we're really good at and kind of stay away from those other things. That's kind of what I've noticed.
Yeah. And I'm sure you notice he has other skills that comes easily to them. And here's the thing, everybody has something that comes easily to you. Maybe you sing, maybe you're an artist, you like to cook, you're a great listener. I don't know. But whatever it is you do, don't dismiss that, because that's a talent. That's a quality. Not all of us have that. So I was doing this and it came easily to me. And I thought, doesn't everybody understand how to do this? Doesn't this come easily to everyone? And no, it doesn't. So, you have to pay attention to where your gifts are and go with that. That's huge. It took me a long time to get that.
That's so great. Thanks. So what advice would you give someone who's like just getting started? Like if I was just thinking about starting a business, like what kind of advice would you give me?
You can't give up. It is the long game. It's a persistent game. It's the one who never gives up will make it. The entrepreneurial path is like this. Some days you're like, woohoo! And the other days you're like, I can't believe nobody. So you have to stay in it. Because if I stopped at every time I lost a customer or got a rejection or they told me my book was horrible, I wouldn't be where I am. You have to keep going and believe in the gifts and talents that you're bringing to the world. If you believe in it, keep going. Now, if you're starting to, it takes a little bit of time to do that because it doesn't happen overnight. It's like the 10-year, 15-year overnight journey. So for some people, you may want to keep your day job until you get it going, because it's not an instant success. See, what happens is we turn on YouTube or the TV and we see everybody's end game. Oh, look how successful Taylor Swift is, or this person and that person. But we didn't see their 10, 20-year struggle of when nobody would play their songs on the radio or how many hours they were practicing. Nobody tells you that part. And I'm here to tell you, I worked really hard and I still do. I mean, long hours into the night for years and years, and it takes a lot of work. But if you're excited about it, don't give up. You just can't give up, because it is really the person who's the most persistent who will be successful. That's all it is. It's not the smartest. It's not the one with the fanciest degrees or, oh, I don't have, I didn't go to college. None of that matters. You don't need to have anything more than who you already, like every woman already has enough. You have enough experience, you have enough talent inside of you. Because now I'm doing coaching, and they would say to me, well, how do you know you're ready to be a coach? Because in the beginning I was really scared. Like, I'm not sure if this is the right fit for me, right? We always have that doubt.
Oh, yeah.
But then somebody said to me, and this is such great advice, you've lived your whole life. Like, well, hopefully I'm not done yet, but you've lived all these years already. That is your experience. Everything you've done is important. So don't dismiss all your experience and your knowledge, because somebody else needs to hear it. So you can't give up. Number one thing.
Oh, that's so true. That is great. You know what? If I come to think of it, when I was putting together the nonprofit organization that we work with now, C-Tier Health Women's Initiative, everyone told me it wasn't a good idea, that really women entrepreneurs really didn't want to invest in themselves. They really didn't, see themselves as business owners. It wasn't worth our time or money, or, and everywhere I went, all the people who had the money and the credentials and everything you need to make a woman entrepreneur training or education program or mentoring program, they had all the resources, that didn't think it was worth it. And I didn't listen to that, because I knew that was not the case. So had I listened to that, well, you and we wouldn't be talking today.
Right. You have to follow your own heart and trust it, because we have it in us.
Yes, we do. So much is going on these days. It's really hard not to get distracted. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. So what, with everything going on, and everyone having their own set of circumstances and situations and things going on, there are some key activities that women business owners or entrepreneurs can do that will really be the best use of their time. Maybe everyone being busy and having all these things going on is not such a bad thing, because it gives you a chance to sit back and think and reflect, and also kind of getting gear to start moving forward. But you have to really use your time wisely. So what would be like a key activity, or like 2 or 3 things maybe you might recommend that we be sure and spend our time on?
That's a really great question, because I'm someone who was very easily distracted, and I still am. It's like squirrel, and then I start doing this project, right? So I have, since I'm next to my bed, I didn't plant this. This is literally, I keep this little pad next to my bed. So when I don't have my phone next to my bed, because when I wake up, a lot of people do this, right? And you spend an hour and you're scrolling, looking at nonsense. You have to take charge of your day.
Yes.
So what I do is I have this little piece of paper, and I'll write down the top 2 or 3 things I want to do that day. And this call is one of them, or if I'm going to do something else, put it down, make sure you get those things done. There's always things that pop up, right? But if we just start the day looking at our phone, or let me check email, or who texted me, you're now in responsive mode, and you're not taking charge of your day. So number one thing is, don't look at the phone first thing. You have to resist it. Really try hard. It will save you so much time. Write down the things you want to get done first, and then you walk down the hall. Then you could look at your phone. But if you're one of these people that sleep with the phone, I talk to women all the time, and they're like, my phone's my alarm clock. No, I said, go out and buy an alarm clock. Buy a $10 alarm clock.
Exactly.
Because you do yourself a disservice if you start with the phone. So just think of what 2 or 3 things you want to do that day. And then if you don't get to it, something came up, don't beat yourself up. You roll it over to the next day. But you want to take charge of your time, because there's always distractions, like you said. And if we can just, what I try to do, and I'm not perfect at this by any means, but what I try to do is set a certain amount time in my day to check my email, certain time in my day to check Facebook. I don't always follow it. Come on, but I do the best I can, because if your day will derail if you let technology distract you. So just stay focused on what you want to get done. And don't, there was something else that I lost it now, I was going to add, but yeah, you have to, and you can even here's what I was going to say. So for entrepreneurs, there's only 5 things we should be focusing on.
Oh.
Since I'm a speaker, for me, it's speaking, selling, strategizing, self-care. Oh goodness. Okay, I lost the last one. Let's start with 4. It may come to me because everything you're doing should fall into that category. So for me, I should not be working on my website. I should not be in charge of my social posts. I hire people for that
Oh, good idea.
because I can spend all day doing those things. I should be working on my business. That means writing my speeches, giving speeches, getting new people to give speeches to. That's it. Anything that falls outside of that, this is your excuse, ladies. Go hire the cleaning lady. Go hire somebody. Hire the help, and you don't have to pay big bucks. You have Fiverr, you have VAs. I mean, get a college student, get your own kid, get some helps to do anything that you can delegate it. And there's so much I can teach you on how to do this because there's so much time in the day that we waste. And that's one way to take charge of it is to not look at the phone, number 1. Number 2, write down what you're going to do each day. And number 3, delegate as much as you can.
Oh, that's great advice. Well, you know, the 5th thing could be do money-making activities.
Yeah, it was an S. It'll come to me.
Oh, it was the S. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
I'll have to think of that. It sounds great.
I have it somewhere. Hold on a
second. It's there. It'll come to you. So you know what? I'll be making this with a post, so I can always add it in. I'll add it in so everyone will have it if it comes to you later. So so we're actually, the summit's just around the corner now. It's just not even that long. It's like next week. So we found in our research that 70% of women entrepreneur businesses fail because of basically 3 things: lack of mentoring, lack of resources, and lack of self-confidence. You know, that's the 3 things. I mean, there are a lot of other things that go into, you know, building a business and entrepreneur program and all that, but those are the things that come up over and over in the literature. And we're excited that the conference does kind of address those areas. So what I'm wondering is, since you'll be speaking at the conference, would you mind sharing with us just a minute about your presentation and how you can help us?
Yeah, this presentation I'll be giving is about how women can exude confidence and overcome fear, because entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs, I think it's more than 70% of us deal with imposter syndrome, this belief that we don't know enough, we don't have enough experience, we're not ready, we can't do it. And so we believe that if we move forward, that people will think we're a fraud, that we're an imposter. And that's what I was feeling when I was talking before about teaching and coaching. I and you still feel it. It never goes away, really. So I'm helping women now, and the speech I'll be doing is about how we can reset our mind and because for me, I want so bad. So I was always very shy, but when I was 12 years old, I remember watching a speaker on TV and I thought to myself, oh, that looks fun. I want to do that. I want to motivate people. But then my second thought was, you can't do that. You're the shy girl. And I believe that my entire life, and it's true. And I never would be doing speaking until I said to myself, and this was rather recently, you're a speaker. I had to change that mindset. And it started with the words, but then I believed it. And that's when opportunities started coming to me. Because if you don't believe it yourself, how do you expect other people to believe it?
Absolutely.
So my talk is about helping women overcome that fear, changing the mindset to really understand there are no limits. We put the limit on ourselves. And honestly, people who knew me back in high school and college are like, you're doing that? Like it doesn't matter who you are right now today or who you were 10, 20, 30 years ago. Starting right now, your world can open up to your dreams. And I just want every woman to know that, because if I can do it, certainly you can do it. And it's really important to believe in yourself, because all of us have this unique ability. And, I have kids and I tell them every day, whatever it is you'd like to do, stay with it. Remember that. Keep doing it. As long as you're not hurting anyone, it's nothing bad. It's okay to believe, even if it's a wacky thing, encourage who you are and just be simply you, because the world needs that. We need you. ladies, we need you.
That's great. Well, thanks. This is all very exciting. I'm just wondering, like, moving forward on your entrepreneur journey. So what's next for you?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm still enjoying the moment. And so let's see. It just, I guess I have to start thinking about that, to be honest with you, because 2 years ago, I told myself I was going to give a TEDx, and my friends were like, "Oh, when's your TEDx?" I said, "I have no idea. I just know it's happening." And now it happened. And
That's
so
so
now I
exciting.
have, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have to start manifesting. I just know I want to reach as many women as possible. Um, through speaking and coaching. I have a mastermind that I do weekly. We just started it during quarantine, and it's really a powerful group. It's badass Make More Money Mastermind. Any woman can check it out for a 2-week free trial. It's just a supportive group for women. I'm open to wherever the universe wants to lead me. I mean, I certainly put out my interests and my ideas and where I want it to go, but
Mhm.
for me, I'm a little bit more organic. I don't follow like a strict business plan. I'm not that type
Right.
of person. I let it be more organic because I never thought I'd be here. So if you have to say yes to what shows up. And if somebody calls me tomorrow and say, "Hey, do you want to MC our event?" Even if I've never done it before and I'm scared, I will say yes. Or so if somebody's like, "Hey, do you want to write a book together?" I will say yes. If it's something that is in line with my mission of helping motivate women, and I feel that it's helpful, I will do it. So I'm just open to see. I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know.
Oh, it all sounds very exciting. I'm like that too. I'm also very organic. Sometimes even setting plans is a little intimidating because it doesn't really always work out, and then that confidence thing starts to go out the window. So this way, I am like you, I manifest what I want to have in the future, what seems good, and then we just wait for it to come. And if some good idea comes along the way and I hook onto that, it's amazing too. It's really
Yeah.
great.
Be
It's so
flexible to
fun.
course correct. Yeah. And this way you don't know. You don't want
Exactly.
to shut any doors, right? You want to be open. I mean, you can't say yes to everything, but if it's in line with who you are and a good opportunity, then why not play a little bit and see what happens?
Exactly. So as a community of women entrepreneurs, how can we support you and your business on your entrepreneur journey? Like, do you have any classes for us to sign up for? Or like, how do we take advantage of your knowledge?
Well, every woman out there can go to my website, daraconnolly.com. There's a little green pop-up box that'll pop up. And if you put in your email, you will get totally free my confidence tips for women, which is really helpful for any woman, entrepreneur or not. It'll give you great tools
Mhm.
that you can use to exude more confidence so people and money and opportunities are attracted to you. So that's the first thing. If you want to explore a supportive group of women, we have women from all around the world. We do a weekly mastermind every Tuesday. You're welcome to jump in, 2-week free trial. It's a really affordable way to kind of dabble a little bit with what I do. And by the way, anyone can do a coaching call with me if you want to just explore for a few minutes and pick my brain and see if I can help you. So just let me know how I can assist.
Great. So is the best way to connect with you on your website, or do you like
Yeah,
Facebook or LinkedIn or
I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, but you can just email
just
me or just
oh,
go through the website. And I, because I've now done the TEDx, and there's another one actually coming in 6 months. I'm training women too. If this is something you want to do, because honestly, it's a crazy story. I applied to 4 just for fun. I got 4. Then I was like, uh-oh.
you got 4 invitations? Wait a minute, wait a
Well,
minute, wait a minute. You
I
got
had to
four
say,
invitations to speak to a TEDx talk?
I did, but I had to actually turn down 2 because I'm like, I don't have 4 speeches that it was just crazy.
Right, exactly.
It's a lot of work. So I said, I'll do 2. That's enough. One was virtual. I just sent it in this weekend, and the other one will be, I believe it's May 15th. So, but anyway, what I was saying is, any woman who is thinking, I want to do that, come talk to me. I help women, I help coach women how to land the
Oh, that'd
talk
be
as well
cool.
as give the talk, because obviously whatever I said worked. So if you want
Right.
to have
So now you're an
that knowledge.
expert. That's how we become experts, right? Once you learn how to do something, then you can teach someone else how to do it. So you're now an expert.
Thank
That's
you.
very exciting. And I think we all have areas that we're an expert in. you know, like you said, the thing that we're very good at, that we practice or do a lot, we are the experts in that area. And I always like to explain to women, no matter how little experience you have, if you have more experience than the person you're talking to, you're now an expert to them.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly.
so it's really important to kind of keep that in mind. Well, let's see. I think we should wrap this up. I really appreciate you talking with us today. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
And I just want to do like a little commercial here at the end. So thanks so much for joining us and taking the time in your business, not just on your business. See to Your Health Women's Initiative, Inc. is a 501c3, a nonprofit organization supporting women entrepreneurs in our community by providing women entrepreneur mentoring to high school girls, college women, and women from low-income neighborhoods. And don't forget that November 19th was just a few days away. The Women's Entrepreneur Summit will be virtual this year, like everything almost, making it not only a great education and training, but it's available everywhere in the world. So if you can hook into the internet and understand English, I guess that's the other part, and make it even better for you. And it's even better for our larger entrepreneur community. And then after you register, you'll be able to see the 19 speakers, which one right here is Dara, and the 20 exhibitors from November 20th to December 20th for 30 days. So if November 19th doesn't work for you, you will have plenty of time to watch it and take it all in and get all the training and education that can help you move your business forward. So to get involved and learn more about the summit, our organization, to volunteer, of course, make a donation. We're always happy about that. Right now, we're raising money for the scholarship program for women who would not normally be able to come to the summit, would be able to come on a scholarship. So if you would like to donate a conference ticket to someone you know or to our scholarship program so they can attend, that would be just wonderful too. And we've had many women come to us saying that they would have never attended the summit had they not received the scholarship. And because they did, now they have a business and they're able to, you know, support their families. So it's just amazing. So to reach us, you can reach us through the summit right now if you like. So it's www.women's, like more than one, women'sentrepreneur.summit.org. And you can just go to the contact area and I'll be there to answer any of your questions. So thanks so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. And you have a great day.
All right. Awesome. Look forward to the summit. Thank you, Cindy.